Alrighty folks, here is problem number 2. In this problem we are given the function g of x equals 5 to the 2 minus x minus 3, and then we're asked to find the inverse of that function and to find the domain and range of the inverse. So let's first find the inverse function, and we'll talk about finding the domain and range. To find the inverse, we have a pretty well-defined procedure for that, and we'll just run through it right now. So the first thing that we want to do is replace the function notation with just a single y. This makes it a bit easier to work with. And so I will rewrite it like so. And then we're going to switch our x and y variables. This is the inverse procedure. Okay, so we'll switch x and y. Right? And now we want to solve that for y. Okay. And so that means that we're going to move the 3 to the other side. Then I'm going to take the natural log of both sides of this equation. So we'll have ln of x plus 3 equals ln of all this, 5 to the 2 minus y. And then we can use the power property to bring down that whole variable 2 minus y. So that will be ln x plus 3 equals 2 minus y times ln of 5. And remember, our goal here is to get y by itself. So the first thing that we're going to do to accomplish that is to distribute the ln of 5 through this expression, move everything that doesn't have a y in it over to the other side, or vice versa, just trying to get that y by itself. So let's continue up here. So that will be ln x plus 3 equals 2 ln 5 minus y ln 5. All right. And so what I'm going to do is move this to the left-hand side and move this to the right-hand side. So I will have y ln of 5 equals 2 ln of 5 minus ln of x plus 3. And then divide both sides of this equation by ln of 5. And we will have almost have our inverse function. Okay, and the only thing we need to do now is just change the y to g inverse of x. So that's g inverse of x equals 2 ln 5 minus ln x plus 3 over ln 5. And that's sufficient. Now there is a little bit more you could do if you wanted to write this in terms of where you wanted to combine that into a single logarithm, but that's not necessary. This is the inverse function here. Okay. Now, the second part of this problem is where we find the domain and range of this function, and I'm going to do that in the next video.